Okay, chapter 3 notes. We're going to start with simultaneous equations, and first method is substitution. Okay, first of all, we notice the first equation, or the second equation rather, has a factor of 5 running through it. So if we make x the subject of that equation, we have to divide through by 5 all of the terms, and because they are terms divided by a plus or minus, we have to multiply all of them together. Now, if I write out that first equation, leaving a gap where x is, I can now use what I have x is equal to put in that gap. This step is called substitution. We are substituting in our terms that are equal to x in place of x itself. Now we have an equation with just one variable. And if we solve that equation, we find our value for y. And if we substitute that value back into either one of our equations, we now have an equation with x in it and nothing else. And if we solve this, we find our value for x. Okay, next method is using elimination. This is where we multiply the entire equations to try and make the same amount of one variable. In this case, we're going to make the same amount of y. So we times the first one by 5 and the second one by 2. Now, because we have positive 2y in each, we're going to do the top line, take away the bottom line, and solve for x. We, at this stage, substitute back in to either equation. We'll do the top equation this time, and we get our value for y. Now time for you to go and practice some of the highlighted questions. The red questions are the hardest. You don't have to do them, but if you want to push yourself, I'd encourage you to.